go. Another one. All right. This next one says, uncertain about industry requirements, recently fired software development engineer in test. All right. I recently found out in an unexpected situation. I was let go from my position while I'm working to move forward. While I'm working on moving forward, since I was mostly doing manual testing, I'm finding it difficult to gauge the current requirements and expectations for someone in my field. In my previous company, I was mostly into API and web UI testing. I have a fair bit of knowledge on Rest Assured, Selenium, and Java. When I've come across JDs on LinkedIn, on job descriptions on LinkedIn, I see that most of the companies expect UI, API, mobile with performance/security as a good to have. I'm I'm reaching out to this community for advice and guidance. If you have experience or knowledge about what employers typically look for in a 3-year software development engineer, any specific skills, certifications, or technologies that are in demand, I would greatly appreciate your insight. I'm eager to learn, improve, and adapt to the industry's changing landscape. Any advice, personal experience, or tips for job hunting in the tech industry would be invaluable to me right now. Shout out to that question. So I'm a little confused by the description, right? Because you say that you are a recently fired SDET, but at the same time, you said you've mainly been doing manual testing. Somehow the two don't line up with each other, so I'm a little confused by that. But that's neither here nor there. Um, the Let me pull up the question again. So if I'm hiring, right? What is my nice to have as a hiring person? Like if I'm looking for a person, what's my nice to have? I would like someone who knows how to do everything. Yes, everything. I would love to have somebody who can do everything. But that is highly unlikely that I would find somebody who can do everything. So, what do? I'm going to list all those things out and I am going to try to find I'm going to find as close to as I can get with the best price in my budget, right? The most I can get with, the least that's going to cost me. But not small enough that I would be losing like let's say you get better and like or like the salary's not enough for you, but you need something, so you take it and then you keep applying and then you find something else and you leave and now I have to start from square one. So it's going to be a fair and competitive salary, right? But of course I'm going to ask that because if you know how to do it, then better for me. I can leverage that, right? So the so that's that part, right? So that's why you'll see all that stuff listed on it. But it's not like, if you don't have performance and security testing, then you're completely like you're not getting a chance. No, it doesn't work that way. It's I'm gonna put all the things that I'd like to see, and maybe we can leverage that. So now like I said, the part I don't understand is you said you're a 3+ year SDET, but you said you mainly do manual testing. Those two don't really line up. Um, any specific skills? Definitely, like you said, some Rest Assured, Selenium, Java. Those are great. Get better at it. But I would also recommend, start looking into Docker. Start being able to run the Selenium grid, right? Use the Selenium grid and then set it up on AWS. Little projects that you can do that I've shown you guys. I've walked you through how to do these little projects, right? We did it together. We failed together. We succeeded together, right? But those little projects that you can do those little projects and then you get some hands-on experience into like the AWS realm, how to navigate AWS. You get some experience on using Docker, how to quickly set up a Docker container where you can run your test off of, right? Learn Jenkins. You can have that running locally, learn Jenkins. All those little tools that it makes you more marketable as a SDET, as a QA engineer. Those are the technology. Like, why do you think I'm going into Terraform? Why do you think I'm going into DevOps? Does that mean I'm leaving? I'm gonna stop being QA? No, it doesn't mean that at all. But I want to know what that does mean, right? When I'm working on my own projects with my own team, right? Outside of like my daily work, when I'm helping people like build their skills, get experience, all that type of stuff, right? I can help them learn those softwares, and then I can put them in a position to use them so they can be winning as well. Right? Everything I do is with a purpose. So that, like, those are the technologies, like, pretty much the way you figure out what you need to learn. You do a job search. You go on LinkedIn, right? You search for QA engineer. You see what the requirements are. You see what you have versus what they want, and then you go and you learn those things. Simple as that. It's not that complicated. I don't know why we make it such a complicated task, right? Find out what they want, find out what you have, and then you go get what they want, and then you add it to your resume, and then you apply. Because a lot of times, a lot of the companies are asking for the same things, but we make it such a complicated process. It's not that hard, all right? So Don says, imagine what you would want if you were hiring a QA engineer and become that. I just said that. I didn't even see what he said. I did not even see what he said. Shout out to Don. Like, great minds think alike, right? If you were hiring, like I said the other day, right? If you were hiring and you came across your resume, would you want to interview yourself? That's how you know if your resume is a crappy resume. Watch the crappy resumes video. But if you have a crappy resume, or if you have a good resume, if you would even like want to interview yourself, then it's probably pretty bad. Right? So, and Don says, you got to have I learn what I need to know and I do it fast attitude. Facts again. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to put in the work, Don. That's a lot of times that's what I see. They just want it given to them, and then they can't find anything, and they're like,
I hate it here. I want to go home.
Yep. So the choice is yours, but like it's so easy to find out what you need to learn. And then now with the resources that we have, you can buy courses on discount on Udemy, or you can sign up for their monthly plan where you can get whatever courses you want. And then you can ramp up on those skills. Apply. So I don't know. Anyhow, let's move on.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.
Enigmatic Joker.